Okay, we're going to continue. This is going to be part 2 because something happened to my tape, to my video, and I had to move locations. So I don't know how to splice it together, but it's going to be okay. We're going to see it 2 parts. This is my top 10 Ringo Starr Beatles songs. As I told you in part 1, Ringo only had 11 songs as a Beatle. Okay, so this is I'm going to go back to number 5. I want to be your lover, baby. I want to be your man. I want to be your man, number 5. This is the top 5 Ringo songs. Okay? Talked about it in part 1, so you could hear it there too. Okay, number 4. I told you that Ringo had basically 3 songs that he wrote as a Beatle. Now, this song was co-written with Lennon and McCartney. So I guess this is his first song he wrote. But I don't know how much he contributed to it, but his name's on the credits as him writing it with Lennon and McCartney. So I suppose that he put a lot into it. You know, the Beatles always helped each other out. As you can see in Get Back, George is helping out Ringo in the Octopus's Garden. And he said, you do this, do that, for that, add this. But he never got credit. And he wrote it, even though he gave him some advice. So, they were always giving each other advice. But the thing is, if who wrote the song is like who did make the major things in it. So I guess that Ringo did a little more in this song than the others. But it wasn't solo him, but he he helped Lennon and McCartney. That's kind of funny. But okay. The song is What Goes On. What goes on in your heart? What goes on in your mind? You are tearing me apart when you treat me so unkind. What goes on in your mind? The other day I saw it's like a little bit a hillbilly song, a little bit. But, it's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, number 3. Now, these are going to be the top 3 songs, and they're all iconic Ringo Starr songs. Song that's written by Lennon and McCartney. I think Paul did most of it. I don't know. But probably one of his most famous songs. In the town where I was born, lived a man who sailed the sea. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, yellow submarine. The Beatles' Yellow Submarine. First recorded in Revolver, then redone in the movie Yellow Submarine. And I showed you my Yellow Submarine cup in part 1. So I think that was a pretty good cup for a Ringo tape. A Ringo video. Okay, number 3 was Yellow Submarine. Great song. Number 2. Now, these in the top 2 now. Now, these are all iconic songs. Iconic. Billy Shears. The one and only Billy Shears, which is Ringo. Not Paul. Everyone probably understands that. Okay. Billy Shears is Ringo. With a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. With a little help from my friends. Yeah. Now, Everyone probably gonna know my number one. Now I left out a song. I'll tell you what I left out, but guess what my number one song is? It's something he wrote. Something he wrote. And it was on Abbey Road. And I feel it's Ringo's best song. As I said, I was talked about it a little bit before. I talked a little bit about it before with George helping him out. Octopus's Garden. I like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Bum, bum, bum. He let us in, knows where he been, in a little hideaway beneath the waves. Kid song. Maybe it's not a kid song. Octopus's Garden could be a reference to something else. I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, I got a bird here. Okay, so those are my top 10. I'm going to recap. Number 10, Matchbox. Number 9, Don't Pass Me By. Number 8, Honey Don't. Number 7, Boys. Number 6, Act Naturally. Number 5, I Want to Be Your Man. Number 4, What Goes On. Number 3, Yellow Submarine. Number 2, With a Little Help of My Friends. And number 1, Octopus's Garden. I told you Ringo had only 11 songs. There's a song missing. So maybe I could call this song an honorable mention. His last song that didn't make the top 10. And I'll close it with this. It's a song, a lullaby. Now's the time to say good night, good night, sleep tight. It didn't make my top 10. Okay, number honorable mention, good night. And that's it. There's my top 10 plus my honorable mention. It's a good night to you. And have a great day. Okay, we'll see you. Sorry, this is going to be in 2 parts. Had to be in 2 parts, but it couldn't be helped. I had some situation that I had to stop the tape in the middle. Okay. Hey, goodbye.